Join me today for a very special trip through the scenic Appalachian Mountains, where we are traveling back to my hometown for some storytelling with my mother and father and one of my favorite activities, thrifting. We're on our way to go thrifting. I'm super excited to show you around one of my favorite thrift stores. Today I'm looking for some kitchen items, like an antique appetizer tray that I can just kind of add a little magic to the mundane. I will be searching for some very special items. I am looking for some items that I can use in my spiritual practices, as well as items that I can use in my day-to-day life. My parents are pros at thrifting. So what do you think about thrift stores, Mom? If you had your choice, would you rather go to a thrift store or a department store?
Well, if I want to get something reasonable and cheaper, I'd probably go to the thrift store.
They have been taking me on thrift store trips for pretty much my entire life. It was always a fun activity as a child to be able to go into a store and pick out almost anything in there and walk out with it, whether it was a toy, clothing, or sometimes I used to get baskets and things for crafting even as a child. I've always enjoyed crafting. Now it is a tradition that I have carried on with my own children. My son absolutely loves going to local thrift stores and to thrift stores by my parents' house to pick up toys, clothes to make costumes with, even games and homeschool supplies, which really helps out with homeschooling 2 children. The cost of supplies can add up quickly. It's time to get packed for the long 4-hour trip through the Appalachian Mountains. So I've got my little traveling makeup and hair case here. I always keep these little cases when they come with different products. Like say you buy a suitcase and it comes with some little individual thing. Keep them off to the side with like my extra bag. Then I have them ready for when I need something to put stuff in. The weather was so beautiful on the trip up to Pennsylvania. It was sunny, clear skies, and huge white clouds. It really is a magical place. I find it to be a place of spiritual significance for me. Some people enjoy the beach, which I do love, but I am definitely a mountain girl at heart. It was just something we always did as kids. Me and my nephews would always sneak away and go play out in the woods. My father would take us to local parks and we would do picnics and hiking. We would go to historical sites. And now I love taking my family back there to experience the same magic that I experienced growing up there as a child. When I arrived, I had to film some of my parents' decor. I believe they are both cottage witches at heart because they love to find special things to display in their home just like I do. Even if they don't know it consciously, I believe that their highest self does know that these special items raise the vibration and turn a house into a home. Next, I'm going to introduce you to a very special lady, my mom. This is my mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
I like to get kitchen items. I've got a lot of teacups that are really high quality.
Yeah.
Beautiful teapot set. I like to go to thrift stores because it is more sustainable for the environment. You're not creating more waste and there's not packaging waste. So what do you think about thrift stores, Mom? If you had your choice, would you rather go to a thrift store or a department store?
If I want to get something reasonable and cheaper, I'd probably go to the thrift store. If I wanted to pay full price on something, I'd rather go to a regular store.
Do you find that you can still find decent quality things at a thrift store?
Yes.
What kind of stuff have you found at thrift stores that you enjoy?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, just about everything.
Do you ever get anything for your kitchen?
Yeah.
Next, I'd like to introduce you to my father. He is one of the best storytellers that I've ever met. I aspire to be able to tell a story one day the way that my father does. And now what we've all been waiting for. Time to go thrifting.
Let's go.
What kind of items do you like to get at the thrift store?
I just look around. I don't need anything.
We're on our way to go thrifting. I'm super excited to show you around one of my favorite thrift stores in Pennsylvania. This is the one that I usually go to when I'm up here visiting family. Today I'm looking for some kitchen items, specifically like an antique appetizer tray that I can just kind of add a little magic to the mundane of making breakfast, lunch, dinner, the meal a little extra special, and maybe some more tea accessories, some little tea plates, teacup, kitchenware. I'm also looking for some little like metal antique funnels to use for my herbalism and for just regular cooking and kitchen witchery. Let's go!
Only $2 a piece, you know. The jugs was $2. It was 50% off at the thrift store.
Even the trip to the thrift store is so magical to me. It's like a trip down memory lane riding around my old hometown. We're on our way to the thrift store, family thrifting trip. I'm super excited. Are you guys excited? My father did not disappoint as a storyteller, as he told us thrifting stories the whole way there. It was one of the most enjoyable car rides that I had had in a long time. Much different than the hustle and bustle of the large metropolitan city that I currently live near.
I got a couple nice ones that was probably sold for $300 or $400, and then I got a couple other ones that probably sold for $49 or $59. I bought them out at Laura Mall for $5 a piece off a guy, and they all work. And I used to grab up all the Disney tapes. There's not a lot of Disney tapes left. Okay, St. Vincent's de Paul thrift store. And I'll park right over here.
Natural wood clock for $2.
The Goodwill thrift store. We're making the rounds of all the thrift stores today.
What kind of stuff did you find so far?
I got flowers. I
Oh
got
my-
that.
That's beautiful.
It's a little glass bear to bring me good luck.
These wreaths are beautiful. I don't know how much they are or what I do with them, but they're awfully pretty. We celebrated my mother and best friend's birthdays while we were in town. Before we knew it, it was time to head back to the city. Thank you for watching and helping my dreams to come true. Go ahead and hit subscribe so you'll be notified when new videos come out, and tap that notification bell.